What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with another video. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals again as the Heat ended up winning another game, extending the series to a guaranteed game six and putting a lot of pressure now on the Lakers. And I know people will say, why would they put a lot, how's that putting a lot of pressure on the Lakers when they up in? No, you lose game six, you in elimination because it's a game seven and it's win or go home for both teams. LeBron had a dominant performance. I was still disappointed in LeBron, and people going to say, "How you 40 triple?" No, because defensively, I feel like he didn't do what I thought he would do on Bam. He left some guys open, and even though he passed to Danny Green, it was a correct play. You got a guy wide open, had a decent shooting night that game, but at the same time, they panicked. They had no timeout. Markieff Morris didn't dribble, didn't really try to do anything. Pass was way off. You can't do that when you have a chance to win the game. You can't do that when the championship is on the line. And now you're in a situation where you got to start all the way over and try to beat the Heat again. I got to give a lot more props to the Heat, even though they did blow an 11-point lead or a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. I feel like they was a better team, and they should have won that game just because they was getting to the loose balls. They was playing in the passing lanes. They was aggressive. They was knocking down their threes. Jimmy Butler was aggressive. He saw about 0 points, but he came out with another 30-point triple-double, finding the cutters, finding the shooters, getting out in transition, knocking down his free throws, not being afraid to guard LeBron with the championship on the line. And that's why I was disappointed in LeBron and AD. Everybody was talking about AD's defense, LeBron and this, but when it mattered, Jimmy Butler was getting the switches. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was trying to stay attached to him, whether it was LeBron, AD, or anybody. And it was basically letting Jimmy Butler go one-on-one with whoever he wanted to go against, which is a nightmare because Jimmy Butler is having a career year, basically in this season, basically in this playoff series. We've never seen Jimmy Butler play this well in his entire career. And if he's playing like that and he's dominating like that throughout this series, and you letting him go one-on-one against whoever he wants to and bucket after bucket, you will think that we should try to stop this guy. We should try to do something. And that's why they lost, because Jimmy Butler knocked down his free throws. He got to his spots, and he knocked them down. And you just can't have that happen when it's a championship on the line. And you don't want that happening at all in a game that's in the finals. The goal is to win a championship, no matter if it's in 4, 5, or 6, or 7. But every game matters. Teams get confident. Teams see things that worked. Teams make adjustments, and that helps them have a better chance against you the next game. And that's what I'm saying. The Lakers got to start all the way over and play a whole new game, and that's why you play the game. You don't know who's going to win. It looked like the Heat might blow the game. It looked like the Heat might give it away, but instead they the victor. Now they have another shot to make it to a game seven where both teams can go home. So I'm disappointed in the best duo in the NBA, especially defensively. I feel like the Lakers were just so terrible. Even though they could have won a game, even though they got up in the game, you have to look at the whole game too. And they did a lot of things wrong, even though they could have won it. And that helped them lose. Jimmy Butler built up confidence. Duncan Robinson was getting spot ups. Guys was like Kendrick Nunn was spreading the defense. He was picking apart the defense. Bam, he could have been better, but I liked his ability to get guys open with his screening. I liked his aggressiveness, especially on the rebounds. I liked it the fact that guys wasn't scared to go in there or get the rebounds. The Heat did a lot of things right. And even though I think the Lakers are the better team, even though I did pick the Lakers to win in six, the Heat did the small little things that you have to do to win a game. Getting the steals, rotating, communicating, playing together, passing up shots to get better shots, getting out in transition, attacking the offensive glass with everybody. Those small little things make up the talent. Those small little things make up a difference when you do it throughout the whole game. And when everybody's playing well, everybody's touching the ball, everybody's getting shots that's open, you feel better. You feel good. And once you make one as an NBA player, you want to make a couple more because those are the looks you're getting. And this game probably would have been over if Bam would have just dunked the ball. He missed so many point blank shots in this game, And if he would have just went up strong, he probably would have got an and one or just a dunk, and that'd probably be a 4, 6, 7 point lead, and it probably would be over. But at the same time, the Lakers got to look at this game and just throw it out. This is a game where I feel like when I watched the entire game, they did more wrong, in my personal opinion, than they did right. I did not like Kyle Kuzma. He was sitting out just throwing bricks. You know what I'm saying? His field goal percentage ain't terrible, but he became just a spot up 3 point shooter. And it worked and it don't work. And the games that they lost, it didn't work. Markieff Morris was blank. Rondo was aggressive. He was finding teammates. He was getting to the basket, but he was nowhere to be found in the last 3 minutes, which is stupid because he's one of your best decision makers, one of your best playmakers, and a guy that can actually make the right decision in moments. I didn't see him. I didn't like Anthony Davis and LeBron defense. I'm watching the game, and they picked it up. Then they got lazy. They pick it up. They disappear. And like I said, you got the last 3 minutes, and you guys are 1 minute away from winning the championship, and you collapse. That can't happen. That can't happen if you're trying to be a championship team. And like I said throughout this whole series, and the Heat start saying it too, is whoever wins 4 games. So if you get one, you get two. That helps you get 3 and 4 because you got to win those games to get to that point. So the Heat has a chance to take a lot of stuff away from that game. They have confidence that they can beat them. Bam played better the last 2 games than he did game one. I liked their floor spacing. I liked how their shooters was aggressive. And, I liked that they wasn't scared of them. They was leading basically the whole game, going toe-to-toe with LeBron and AD, and they pulled it out. So you got to give love and respect to the Heat. They was feisty. They was scrappy. They was gritty. They marked it up, mugged it up, and they wanted it more. And they achieved the job, which was winning the game, no matter how they got it done. And now they have a chance to extend their season and put the Lakers on the brink of elimination on Sunday, which, I thought it was going to go 6 anyway, but I like the way the Heat play. I don't really feel too many negatives about them because I feel like the Lakers are the better team, and the Heat did the small little things that gave them the edge, and that edge got them the W. So now I just want to see how the Lakers are going to come out. Are they going to come out trying to send a message? LeBron had some big shots. He had a big point total. He had a big stat total. But it didn't matter because they lost. So when they needed him most, he passed up the shot. It was a correct play to a certain extent. And they missed. And they flopped as a championship team with Markieff Morris being a decision maker on the court. And he really didn't do anything because he turned it over. And that turnover cost them the game. So I'm not liking the veterans right now on the Lakers. They got to do better than this. And you already know what the Heat won in this game and the way that the game went. They feel good going into Game 6. Jimmy Butler saying he guaranteeing the next game. It's hard not to believe them the way that they played. This probably was the best game they played this series. It was a close game they could have lost, but they did everything they needed to do and they got the W, and that's why you got to give them credit for that. But I expect LeBron and AD to be in kill mode. This is a team that if you don't shoot them and put them in a casket, they're going to find a way to get back out of that thing. And if that happens, that's all that matters because now you're in the Game 7. So they better be ready. Kyle Kuzma better be ready. Morris going to be ready. They don't have a choice because if they lose this game, they're on the brink of elimination and they can lose a championship that they had control of the whole series. Up 2-0, up 2-1, up 3-2, and now they have a chance to go 3-3, which is not the ideal situation. So this is getting bigger and more pressure. The farther it go, the magnitude and the multitude of it being a championship series, that puts a lot of pressure on the Lakers, and that put a lot of pressure on the Heat as they can't lose no fourth quarters because they go home without nothing. Because you did all this, you played this well, you got this close, but none of it matters if you didn't win the championship, and that's what the Heat are competing for. And they did what they were supposed to do, was win a game, forcing them to be able to play another game, which gives them another chance to win a championship. And we'll see how it goes. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Not only that, check out my merchandise on my Spreadshirt. Thanks for everybody that checks that out. If you want to buy something, they're all available on there. Not only that, at the end of the day, you can buy merchandise on my Facebook page. Got hats, got shirts, Pick the color of the shirt, pick the color of the logo. You can change the color of the shirt, you can change the color of the logo to any color you want. Same with the hats. And if you want something, message me. It's up to y'all. Also, I have over 1,000 videos, almost 2,000. And I love that I did that, and I want to continue going because I love doing what I do. So if you love what this video is about, you love the video, and you want to check out my older videos, feel free. And if you love this and you like those, like this video, share it, reach more people. That's small support you guys can do to continue to help out the channel. Not only that, check them out. Got breakdowns of players, legends, rookies, and even summer league breakdowns. I cover summer league, cover the draft, cover free agency, cover trade deadline, season previews, and also playoff predictions like you've seen here. So if you like basketball, you need that daily fix, you need that video each and every day, this is the channel for you. So other than that, I'm a little disappointed in the Lakers. I got a lot more respect for the Heat as they beat my Celtics the same way they just beat the Lakers. But there's still a talent gap. It's still tough to guard AD and LeBron, especially when they playing at their best. But the Heat got to continue to find a way. They will is what got them game 6. And they're going to need a lot more of that if they want to win in 7. But that's why you play the game, because you don't know what's going to happen. We didn't see AD getting injured. We didn't see Bam getting injured. We didn't see Goran getting injured. But you never know until you toss that ball until the game is over. So we'll see what the Heat do. We'll see if the Lakers can win another title. But pressure is on AD and LeBron, because if they lose this game, they will be on the brink of elimination. See y'all tomorrow.